This morning, live on YouTube, locking in two really solid trades. The overall market selling off. A beautiful short here, end of day. I'm going to show you guys the live trades from the live stream this morning. Live trades, live day trading every morning live on YouTube, 9:15 a.m. If you haven't already hit that like button, subscribe button, you know what to do. Let's get into the trades. Trying to get that fill here at 1275. Moving my stop to guarantee I can't lose more than I'm going to lock in $500. So I'm moving my stop to the 09s. Beautiful. Got that push up there to the 12s. We got filled. Can we go through the 12s next? We got that 14 level next. I'm going to move my stop up here to guarantee that I lock in at least $500 at the 1175s in that last three contracts. I'm looking for the push above 14 right now. There's that break of 14. Beautiful. $1,500. Like I said, buying there at the 08s. From the 08s up there to the 15s now. I'm trying to be more, I'm trying to lock in the profit as we go, just a little bit better than I have in the past. A lot of times in the past, I end up being up 10 handles and then I end up getting stopped out break even. And yeah. There's that push all the way through here. We're still going. Like I said, so basically what I was looking at here for an entry for a long, we talked about that 08 level. So the high on this candle right here was 0775. And then the high on these two candles was 0850. So once we pushed above that 0850 area, we got long there for this breakout over the highs there. So basically getting long once you broke above these two candles. Right there, we had a little bit of a pullback, and there's that move up there to the 16. So almost 8 handles from that entry. But that's what I was looking for. We kind of held that little area there before we bounced off there. Once we kind of bounced off that 04 level from earlier, that was why I was thinking, okay, if we can push over the 0850s here, then we get that move up there to the 16s. If you look on the 3-minute chart, we held that 25 EMA beautifully earlier, and then we hit that 80 EMA again, and we're still going. Look at it, to the 17s now. This is always what happens. This is always what happens. Anytime I take profit early, the market just keeps going fucking higher. If I don't take profit, then the market pulls back, stops me out, and then it goes higher. So I can't win. It's always a battle. Like yesterday, I wasn't taking profit when I was up, 5-6 handles. Today, perfect example of just fucking look at it, just let it ride. So got that 14 level sitting there, or 1475. So over 1475, we'll get that break over 15s here, looking beautiful right now. Long, I actually added to this position, see if we can break through 14s here, and then you got another sell up there at the 16s. So basically long from the 10s here, and see if we can't get this breakout over 14s next. Got my stop at the break even. Trying to get through 13, 14s. 13 sitting there. We got to get through 13, 14. Let's go. Push it, push it, push it, push it real good. She's trying to go through 14s here. Put my other order right there at 1425, just because there's a bunch of sellers sitting there at 1475 here. So if we get filled 14s, 13, 13, 14, trying to get filled here 14, getting filled 1. Got one contract, one thing left. And I might just market order out here at the 13s. I'm going to market order out right there. I think we might get more of a pullback than I wanted. So we got filled right there at the 14s. And there's that pullback. So locking in more profit here. Beautiful. On the day right now, we're up $2,500. $2,500 on the day. That's 2 trades now. 2 trades that we talked about in depth. People always say I don't tell you when to buy and sell, but I think we had a pretty good idea there of what to do. That breakout over the 05, and then I was looking for that 08 breakout. We got that 08 breakout right there. Through the 08s up there to the 14 level. $2,000 right here. Let's see if we get it down there to the 89.75 now. Ugh. No, don't go back up. Don't go back up. Come on, go down. Take me out. Take me out here. Take me to Phil. I'll take Phil at 90 and be done with it. $2,000. Let's go. Let's go. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. 90, 90, 90, 90. $2,000. $2,000. Make you holler. Come on. I hate when this moment happens because you know what's gonna happen. You end up like trying to get out at a higher price, and then it takes you out anyway. There it goes. Look at this thing dumping. We did this all live right there on YouTube for you guys. It had this setup here. You see on the 3-minute chart how beautiful this all kind of played out there. We had that resistance right there at that 98 level. Resistance from earlier, that support turning into resistance. We had that trend. We were discussing it on the live stream here, that idea of getting this breakdown from the 98s back down there below the 90s again. We got down there to the 88s. Beautiful move right there, and just literally crushed it in terms of shorting that. And you can see here on the 15-minute chart, we had that kind of push back up and we weren't sure. I was like, I don't know. But as long as we stay below that 98 level, we had an overall great risk to reward. So 4,000 kind of being right there, that fair value gap. We have this fair value gap there on the 15-minute chart there. This support there at the 88.50. So 88.50 area right now being the support. And then if you look at different time frames, we kind of drew out this overall trend. So that worked out beautifully. I feel really good about that. I feel really good about that, boys and girls. Point where you're just like, you see these levels, and you're like, oh, the market's gonna go to this level, right? Like it's gonna go to that level. And then you end up, you know, you're like committed to that market moving to a certain level. And when the market doesn't go to that level perfectly, like this is a great example, right? Like this is a really good example right here. So let's say I got long there at the 08s and I knew that pivot point was at the 21s. So let's say I got long down here. I'm long at the 08s and I'm setting my target. I'm going to take profit at 21.75 right at that pivot point. And you can see the high was what, 19.75. So, you know, I would have been up 10 handles here, 10 handles on this trade, but instead, you know, I was so like just focused on hitting that target at the 21.75. Well, guess what? Now it's like, oh, well, maybe I would have gotten fucking stopped out here for a much smaller profit when I should have taken profit on that move there. So that's one thing that I'm really working on right now, is just making sure that if I'm in a trade and I'm in a winning trade, that I'm capitalizing off that I'm not letting a winning trade, you know, just go from being up $2,000 to then getting out for break even. It's not a way that I want to be trading. And I've noticed that I have been doing that. You know, I think a lot of it has to do with ego. It's definitely an ego thing, right? Like your ego is like, oh, I'm gonna prove to everybody that I know what I'm doing. And I obviously, like, I'm live on YouTube, you know, 2,000 people are watching me, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, guys, I'm telling you, it's gonna go to the pivot. It's gonna go to the pivot point. It's gonna go to the pivot point. And then when it doesn't go to the pivot point, it pulls back, stops me out for break even.